Hello everyone, I am Kurz from Lemon Gamers and welcome to Comicwatch, the series where we look into the lore and speculation around Blizzard's Overwatch comics. Today we're looking over the recent Torbjorn comic, Destroyer. All we know of Torbjorn stems from his desire to rid the world of, or at least reclaim his inventions from those that would use them for evil. This is what led him into the initial Overwatch strike team, and it's what continues to motivate him to this day. And Destroyer demonstrates this and sheds a little bit of light on his history to boot. After trekking through the sewers, the first thing we see is the Omnic Torbjorn came to the small country of Kyrgyzstan to stop. We've seen these guys, or at the very least extremely similar designs before, both in the original cinematic trailer and in Are You With Us, but this is the first time they're officially given a name: Titans. We get a feel for just how much the world has changed since the pre-Omnic Crisis days of economic equality, as these huge machines designed to build skyscrapers for humanity have been retrofitted into these colossal engines of war. One of the only other giant Omnics we're aware of is the one that regularly threatens the Korean peninsula, but in the very brief clip we have of that, the design seems to differ greatly. Does this mean there are other giant walkers beside the Titans that were used against humanity, or is the Korean monstrosity a one-off? An important thing to note is that these are piloted walkers, and so are presumably without sentience, so while they may be Omnic insofar that they were made by Omnica, they're not what we currently think of in terms of Zenyatta or the human-shaped robots walking around the world. If this makes them more like the Sviatogor used by the Russians, what's stopping the Omnic threat there from adopting the Russian walkers in the same way they did with the Titans? We also get to learn a little more about Torbjorn's, or Torby to his friends, history in the shape of Sven and the Ironclad Guild. We can easily infer that this predates the Omnic Crisis by some way, as Torbjorn was involved in the design of the Titan, and presumably many more of the inventions that were eventually used against their human creators. Whether or not this includes the Bastion units we don't know, but it does mean that he worked directly with Omnica in at least one of their designs. The nature of the Ironclad Guild is unclear, but eagle-eyed observers may have noted that they still seem to exist today and have a not insignificant presence on the Sydney skyline. We know Torb was a member, and it's implied Sven was, or is, as well. Given his own skill at controlling the Titan, it seems likely Sven also had a hand in the design, though whether he worked with Torb on other projects as well is again unknown. It's clear they work together often enough for Torbjorn to develop a sense of mistrust towards his fellow engineer though. Sven's explanation for his trail of destruction stems from just how much the world has gone to hell since the days of Overwatch. A lone man, albeit with a giant titan, was able to go on a rampage of destruction in the name of preservation and removing a corrupt dictatorship, and only a former Overwatch agent working solo seems able to stop him killing more innocent civilians. This is by no means an isolated incident, with constant reports of clashes around the world on a daily basis. One key question this comic again raises but comes no closer to answering is the original cause of the Omnic Crisis. Torbjorn states logic alone is what drove them, but logic to what ultimate goal is left unstated. Given Omnics live among humans on a daily basis worldwide, surely there must be some level of explanation somewhere. We've seen speculation ranging from revenge against the fraud cases against Omnica, through to profiteering, through to rogue AI on Skynet levels. What are your theories? It'd be great to read some of them in the comments. Thanks for watching this episode of Comicwatch, and as always, your thoughts, feelings and wild, crazy theories are very welcome in the comments below. If you'd love to see more Overwatch content from us, then please hit those like and subscribe buttons. We have a decent number of things in motion for the channel, so expect an update vid in the coming days. It'll actually be our first ever update vid. Until next time, I've been Kurz, thanks for watching.